When you hear the name Jimin, the first thing that comes to mind for most people is BTS, the biggest boy band in the world. He's the main dancer, one of the lead vocalists, and a performer whose charisma can light up any stage. But the truth is, Park Jimin is much more than just the global superstar we see under the spotlight. Behind his perfect performances, his fashion endorsements, and his iconic smile, there are countless hidden sides and rarely discussed facts about Jimin that even some of the most dedicated fans don't know. Today, we're going to dive deep into his story, his struggles, his passions, his kindness, and the little things that make Jimin not just a member of BTS, but an extraordinary human being. Park Jimin was born on October 13, 1995, in Busan, South Korea. Growing up, Jimin wasn't someone who had everything handed to him easily. His journey to becoming one of the most recognizable faces in the music industry was filled with sweat, endless practice, and sacrifice. From a young age, he developed a deep love for dancing. Unlike many kids who dreamed of typical careers, Jimin spent countless hours perfecting his moves, his body lines, and his expressions through contemporary dance. His teachers in school saw his potential early on, calling him one of the most talented students they had ever seen. But what many don't know is how Jimin pushed himself beyond limits that most teenagers could even imagine. While his peers were enjoying leisure time, Jimin was in the practice room until late at night, determined to turn his dream into reality. When Jimin decided to audition for Big Hit Entertainment, he was actually one of the last members to join BTS. There's a famous story that he almost didn't debut at all. The company worried that he wouldn't fit the idol image they had in mind. But Jimin's persistence, his passion, and his unique talent won them over. He trained tirelessly, often skipping meals, sometimes sleeping only a few hours, just to keep improving himself. It was this fiery determination that eventually made him stand out, not only as a dancer but also as a performer with raw emotion in every move. People know Jimin as a flawless dancer today, but very few know how much pain he endured to reach that point. His dancing is not just about technique, it's about emotion. Every performance, from Lie to Serendipity, is filled with his soul. Jimin has the rare ability to make you feel the story behind the song just by looking at his expressions. This wasn't something that came overnight. He spent years shaping himself, battling insecurities, and even questioning whether he was good enough to stand on stage. He once confessed that during his trainee days, he thought about giving up multiple times. But his passion for dance and music kept him going. Without that persistence, the world might never have known the Jimin we adore today. Another side of Jimin that rarely gets discussed is his deep compassion and empathy. Many idols donate money or participate in charity events, but Jimin does so quietly, without announcing it publicly. Over the years, Jimin has made several donations to education, scholarships, and underprivileged students in South Korea. In 2019, he covered the costs for uniforms for students in Busan. Later, he donated to support arts and education for children. These acts were not meant for publicity. In fact, many of them only became public knowledge because schools or organizations revealed the information. For Jimin, giving back is simply a natural part of who he is. His kindness extends beyond fans and army, it touches real communities and makes tangible differences in people's lives. Behind the glamorous world of fame, Jimin is also known to be someone who values deep connections. Within BTS, he has always been the member who looks after others, the one who comforts his teammates when they are down. There are countless clips and moments where Jimin is seen hugging another member, whispering words of encouragement, or simply being there in silence when someone needs him. His soft and caring nature earned him the nickname Angel from many fans, and honestly, it suits him perfectly. Despite his bright smile and loving aura, Jimin also battled his own struggles. He has openly spoken about times when he felt insecure about his voice, about his appearance, and about whether he was contributing enough to BTS. Imagine that, someone whom millions of people look up to, questioning his own worth. It shows that Jimin, despite his global status, is still deeply human. He once admitted that the weight of expectations sometimes made him lose sleep, worrying about how to perform better. But instead of letting these insecurities break him, Jimin turned them into fuel to keep improving. Every stage he steps on is proof that he has grown stronger through every hardship. Jimin is also a perfectionist. Fans often joke that he is the type to rehearse until his body gives up. During BTS's early days, Jimin was known for practicing late into the night, sometimes until he collapsed from exhaustion. His dedication is unmatched, and that perfectionism is what made his performances legendary. From his sharp dance moves in Blood, Sweat and Tears to the elegance of Black Swan, Jimin always gives his all. He doesn't just want to be good, he wants to be unforgettable. Outside of music, Jimin has become a fashion icon. When Dior and Tiffany & Company announced Jimin as their global ambassador, it wasn't just a random choice. He embodies elegance, sophistication, and timeless beauty. Jimin's influence in the fashion world is undeniable. Everything he wears instantly becomes a trend. Fans rush to buy the same clothes, the same accessories, even the same perfume. What makes this even more special is that Jimin doesn't try to fit into trends, he creates them. His unique sense of style, paired with his natural confidence, makes him a favorite of luxury brands worldwide. And then there's Jimin's voice. Soft, delicate, and yet powerful enough to stir emotions. Unlike other vocalists, Jimin's voice has a distinct timbre that makes it immediately recognizable. His solo songs often carry deep emotions, almost like whispers from the heart. Tracks like Promise, which he released on SoundCloud, show his vulnerability and his longing to connect with fans on a personal level. That's another side of Jimin people rarely talk about, his desire to communicate with ARMY not just through performances, but through raw, unpolished music that comes straight from his soul. What also sets Jimin apart is his humility. Despite being one of the most famous idols in the world, he often bows deeply to fans, staff, and everyone around him. He never acts entitled, never takes his fame for granted. Fans often share stories of meeting Jimin in person and being amazed at how polite and soft-spoken he is. This humility is part of why people adore him, not just as a celebrity, but as a person. Another rarely discussed fact about Jimin is his incredible discipline. While many celebrities are known to indulge in luxury and fame, Jimin remains grounded. He is careful about his health, his body, and his craft. He once shared how hard he worked to maintain his weight and stamina during tours, often pushing himself to the extreme to ensure he could deliver the best performances. While some may worry about how hard he is on himself, it also shows his unwavering dedication to his art and his fans. Beyond the stage, Jimin has a playful, fun side that sometimes surprises people. On variety shows and interviews, he's often shy at first, but once he opens up, his sense of humor and mischievous laughter light up the room. His friends and fellow members often describe him as someone who loves to joke around, who enjoys making others laugh, and who has an infectious energy that can brighten any situation. So, who really is Jimin? He is a dancer who turns movement into poetry, a singer who makes you feel every word, a fashion icon who influences global trends, and above all, a human being with a heart bigger than his fame. The rarely discussed facts about him show us that behind the glamorous idol is someone who works harder than anyone, who carries insecurities like the rest of us, and who uses his success to make the world a better place. Jimin's journey reminds us that greatness is not just about talent, but about perseverance, kindness, and humility. He is proof that even when the world doubts you, even when you doubt yourself, with enough passion and love, you can shine brighter than anyone imagined. Park Jimin is not just BTS's angel, he is an inspiration for millions, and his story is far from over. As fans, it's easy to admire Jimin for his visuals, his voice, and his performances. But the next time you see him on stage, remember the countless hours he spent perfecting his craft, the silent donations he made to children in need, the nights he stayed awake worrying about doing better for his fans, and the moments he chose to lift others up even when he himself was struggling. Those are the rarely discussed facts that truly define who Jimin is. So, who really is Jimin BTS? He is a symbol of hard work, compassion, and resilience. He is the boy from Busan who dared to dream, the young dancer who refused to give up, and the man who today inspires millions with not just his art, but his heart. And perhaps that is why, no matter how much fame he achieves, Jimin will always be remembered not just as an idol, but as someone who made the world a little kinder, a little brighter, and a lot more beautiful.